around here who just signed his own death warrant.
Keem Jeffries? Oh, how are you, folks? Thursday. That's the last day of the week for me in Dallas. You guys have one more day at the mattress factory and then drink very hard and ignore your wife till Monday. Welcome to the club. What's going on? Real quick, let me get my hometown sports out of the way. Devers had 2 hits last night. 3 people died in the audience. They went into shock. Wow, was that a relief? He had a smile. It is fucking insane. It's still to this day. That guy probably be a Hall of Famer. He's one of the top 5 hitters in baseball. Nobody argues. And he had the worst start in the history of MLB. 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts. 0 for 20. And then he got 2 hits later on in the game last night. I still can't get over it. But let me tell you about he'll never see third base again. Bregman is making plays like he's fucking Brooks Robinson when he was 25 years old. That's a reference for you people in your late 90s. Holy shit, is he playing a tight third base, man. And Story went long. And he actually played 9 innings without breaking anything. And oh, and I didn't even tell you the best part. You know, what's his name? Crochet? Is that the guy's name? The pitcher we got that everybody wanted? They signed him into a 6-year, $170 million deal yesterday. I didn't know he was 6'6", 260. 6'5", 260, and throws left-handed and smoke. And so he went out last night, pitched shutout ball for 8 innings, 8 Ks, everything that you wanted from him. Fucking defense is airtight this year. And I know the offense is going to get, it was, you know. So it's a reason to be excited because it was the fucking Orioles. They had a guy, a flamethrower on there too. And we got to him a little bit. Anyhow, now that I've bored you people to death who live outside of the Boston area, let's talk about the Brewers. No. What the fuck else? I don't know. Had a door delivered to the house, our front door. It's like an old fucking door. And, you know, so, yeah. I go to my wife, how much is that door again? I don't know. None of your business. What? It's like something you see in a fucking castle.
You gonna sell your old door though?
Why, do you want it?
No, that's worth a lot of money.
And you don't want it? What are you, rich?
How am I gonna put a door in my
What do you mean,
condo?
sell it? I'll give it to you. You sell it, and you buy the kid a nice crib instead of the thing you're putting him in. He's got a fucking dog cage for Dimitri. Anyhow. All right, let's get to it. Payback's a bitch. President Trump declared a national emergency Wednesday to impose his sweeping Liberation Day tariffs on almost all imports with a new 10% baseline rate and harsher reciprocal levies on dozens of countries, including key allies such as the European Union members, Japan and Israel. Are they really key allies? People who've been fucking us in the ass in NATO not paying for their share, and those are our key allies, and they're upset. Who gives a shit? You know what Trump said? We're the fucking only superpower left. Let's start acting like it. Even Israel's giving us a little scammer, but that's Israel. Jews. Come on. Big fan of the Jews, by the way. You know that. I defend them on the show. Trump called the move a declaration of economic independence. So that's April 2nd now, is known as that day. And waited until stock trading. It ended at 4 o'clock yesterday. By the way, the stock market is not liking what's going on right now. They're all shitting their pants. It's down 1,500 points. Trump's like, whatever, give me a candy cigarette. Here's Trump announcing the declaration of our economic independence, and he brings out a chart, and people got nervous.
China, first row.
China,
67%. That's tariffs.
That's tariffs.
Charged
Duck
to
sauce,
the USA,
all kinds of shit.
including currency manipulation and trade barriers. So 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. Those with good eyes, with bad eyes. We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here. We didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing. Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%,
like
so we're going to be
David.
charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? But you see the numbers. The numbers are so disproportionate. They're so unfair. At the same time, we will establish a minimum baseline tariff of 10%. You notice that on the chart. And that'll be on other countries to help rebuild our economy and to prevent cheating. So,
Yeah, but the left is upset about it, just like they're upset about finding fraud. And what the fuck? Get out of my country. The fuck do you people want anyways?
It's freedom, baby, yeah!
Trump is basically saying to the European Union and everybody else,
Don't you ever try to fuck me.
specific reciprocal duties will take effect after midnight on April 9th, including a 20% tariff on the 27-nation European Union, 24% levies on Japan, and even Japan, and didn't we do enough? We melted down a couple cities, and 17% tariffs on Israel, which, you know them, they like to buy wholesale. They're furious right now. Nick, that's kind of anti-Semitic. Well, yeah. With the rates described as roughly half of the tariff and non-tariff barriers on U.S. goods by the countries with which the U.S. has trade deficits. Once again, the idiots on the left, they've never run a business in their life. They don't understand business. You go from Obama to, I don't give a shit, even Clinton, who was a little better than most of these people. But all these lefties, they're fucking, that's why they love socialism, which is not capitalism. They know nothing about this. They're getting upset. Oh, the stock markets are already... Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. They're like fucking children. I'm sorry. I'm going with a billionaire who built half the New York City skyline over a fucking Chuck Schumer who puts cheese on a raw burger in a commercial. Do you remember that when he was running?
It wasn't even on.
It wasn't even on. It wasn't even on. What's that, kosher style? We will charge them approximately half of what they are, what they've been charging us, Trump said, of the reciprocal tariffs. And he's right. How do you get mad over that? What a sucker. Do you understand how much further ahead this country could be of the rest of the world? We're still like the only superpower, right? Russia's, like they said, a gas station with nukes. And China's a player, but that's it. I mean, so we could be miles ahead of everybody because, one party gets it. Anyways, let's, again, that was a business story. You know I hate business. I majored in it, got a 2.4, chasing fat girls from Lewiston, Maine. So I think it's Friday. We like to lighten it up. Paige Turner. What does that mean? You guys, if you don't know who Paige Spiranic is, and I'm not even a big golf fan, but again, I would like to take her golfing. It's a metaphor. I'd like to take her behind the golf cart. Paige Spiranic fired back at a social media critic Wednesday. She's the girl who, I don't know, golfed at like a college level, maybe, whatever. She's a 19 on a scale of 6, and it's all real. It's not like Brazil where they put an air hose in her ass cheeks and fucking use those wax lips and all kinds of shit. This is the fucking real deal. I'd let her piss in my mouth. Can I say that at the beginning of the... All right, anyways. Paige, you don't hear that on Hannity. Let your heart be... Paige Spiranic fired back at a social media critic Wednesday after the detractor, so this guy must be a homo, said it was real classy that she showed off her butt in a pair of workout shorts. This actually bothers a guy. If he doesn't vote Democrat and have a ton of almond milk in his fridge and down his throat, what a puss. You're actually complaining about that. Let that sink in for a second. I wish we could find him, we could dox him, as they say. He's upset because this lady has a nectarine for an ass. And the golf influencer, she's 32, by the way, who shared a video Tuesday that featured, I don't even believe she's real. I swear to God, Elon Musk made her in a Petri dish or some shit. Her packing up her new golf bag. I've been saying this for years on this show, and Dallas will back me up on this. I noticed that after doing the show like 3 years, I go, there's all these girls that, if they're over a 7, they'll come up with any reason to go on the internet and make a clip of themselves. Any reason to show off their body. It's always like a girl going, I'll show you how to power wash your driveway. She's in a bikini. You know what I mean? Painting a shelf, fucking with a French cut underwear. You know what I'm saying? And she's only difference is nobody, I mean, this is, she knows what she's doing. Do you understand? She knows, we know. But the guy like the detractor, you know what I mean? He doesn't get it. Anyways, I'm very interested in the golf bag. I don't golf, but I'm going to buy one anyway. Just a snippet. Go ahead.
Help me set up my new golf bag. First off, the way that you put your clubs in your new bag is very important. Driver, 3 wood,
Has anybody heard a word she say?
and obviously putter. You never put your putter in a lower slot.
See? She knows what she's doing. I'll put my putter anywhere I want, Paige.
5, 6, 7. Next, we have 9, 8 and pitching wedge. Lastly, wedges. Towel, drape it around your clubs. And lastly, we change those head covers. And that's the final.
And there's people taking her serious out there. This guy's upset. Oh, real classy. What are you learning golf lessons from her? What the? And look, she's holding the balls where her nipples are. She should sell those on eBay. Are you kidding? I don't know. We all have different tastes, but I'm questioning your sexuality if you're bothered by that. Anyways, I sent her a letter. It sounded like this.
I love you for helping me to construct of my life, not a tavern, but a temple.
Not a tavern.
I love you because you have done so much to make me happy. You have done it without a word.
It's like my wife.
Without a touch. Without a sign.
Without a 9-iron.
You have done it by just being yourself.
Help me. Had to start that second shot with your ass on the camera. Real classy, Paige, said some guy with a cock in his ass. The ex-user wrote in response to the 34-year-old. Can you imagine? Real classy.
Watch your fat fucking mouth.
Spiranic replied by posting side-by-side shots of when she started her fitness journey to now. She said, I went from having my back connect to my thighs to this, Spiranic wrote. I sent you the picture, right? There you go. No, there's one, maybe I didn't send it. There's one where she's in that, but she's in something else before. She has almost like a flat ass. All right, whatever. Take my word for it, folks. I've stalked her for 2 years. It's not the biggest peach. She goes, it's not the biggest peach now, but I've been working harder than ever in the gym and also with my diet. Man, she's deep. About as deep as a kiddie pool. Heck, yeah, I'm going to show it off. This is what I like about it, because she realizes we understand. She goes, I'm proud of my body and how hard I've been working to achieve my fitness goals. The other thing I want to point out, any woman like this that looks like, do you really think they've ever had a struggle in life? You know what I'm saying? You always hear about women, second-class citizens, we're fighting for... Shut the fuck up. When she walks in a bar, the crowd parts like an ambulance going through a fucking crowded street. Spiranic also responded to someone who told her not to bother with dopes online. I texted her. I slipped into her DM.
That's fucking beautiful.
Anyways, how are you guys? Anyways, let's find that guy that was upset. He's taking her serious as a golfer. Anyway, and she can golf decently for her. Dallas, did I tell you my niece, Jenna, right? Who went to Dayton. She was on the golf team. My brother taught her how to golf. He brings it to her. He brings her to his country club or whatever. And there's a tournament with 30 guys in it. She's the only woman. And they made her hit from the male tees because there was money involved or whatever the fuck. She beats them all. She shoots a 71. My niece, Jenna. She just got a coaching job, coaching golf somewhere, whatever. That's insane.
If you're going to have a woman playing against men,
keep it fair.
Yeah.
It's just like you do the minced tea. It's perfect.
Yeah, she can drive and she's a teacher and a nice kid. You know what I mean? She doesn't have a mohawk and one tit and possible dick. She actually looks like a woman. Anyways, let's get to the real. Here's a solution that's been kicking around for 1,000 years. Deporting illegal is as easy as A, B, C, D, E verify. Immigration experts say the Trump administration has another arrow in their quiver, one that's not new but still incredibly effective to aid in the self-deportation process of illegals. E-Verify is a free service from the Department of Homeland Security that allows employees to check applicants' employment authorization status. This isn't new. It's been around forever. But both, and I'm not just blaming the left here, both left and right, because of cheap labor, everybody wants to make money, wouldn't use this thing. Until now, proponents of E-Verify have encouraged employees to use the service to ensure they don't hire illegals. But now, experts say mandating the service would spike the rate of self-deportations.
Bye-bye.
Well, are we going to do it, or are we still talking about it? I'm surprised he didn't do that the minute he got in the office. There's probably a reason for it, but, you know what I mean? That's going to cut down on it's been around. It's been just sitting there. It would make, and you guys are going, well, do you guys realize that, like in Idaho, there's meat packing plants and shit with, they had never seen a Mexican until a few years ago, which is fine, they're hard working and shit, but I don't care if you came here illegally. Don't tell me there's not white guys that don't need a job. It would make it much more difficult to get work. It would mean that a significant number of people would opt not to come here illegally, kill the magnet, or even decide to go home. Krikorian said. He's the guy who did something. Anyways.
Bye-bye.
It's the guy who strangled his maid because she did. What people don't understand is that he studies at this immigration center, is that most illegal aliens work on the books, and E-Verify would make that much more difficult. You'd have to have much more sophisticated access to fake identities and fake stolen identities to be able to do that. Mark Kilkorian, who works at the Center for Immigration Studies, said. If employers were mandated to use E-Verify and the government demonstrated the resolve to hold employers accountable, all this shit has been around. Whether you're talking about immigration laws, police, right? The right's always saying the laws are guns. The laws are already on the fucking books. You don't enforce them. What does that tell you? The left doesn't want to enforce shit. Resolve to hold employees accountable. Again, with this, though, like I said, left and right was, guilty. That would go a long way towards drying up the supply of jobs for illegal aliens, thereby eliminating the biggest incentive to come or remain here legally, which is Paige Spiranic. I would have hit the rim shot, but I don't have any idea where it is. Hey, boys and girls, if you want to see me live, and I'm like the Stones, I'm best seen live. I'm not a studio band. April 25th, Cohoes Music Hall in Cohoes, New York. It's where I taped my last special, Breath of Fresh Air, and we filled that one. When I taped it, there was 700 people there. Made a nice chunk, made a special, and went nowhere. Anyways, also May 15th and 16th, one of the best comedy clubs in the country, Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois. This is the big room, not downtown, which is a great room, too. They've been around forever. Anyways, hope to see you guys out there. We'll do a few shots after. Break into an Arby's. If you want to support the show, buy shit. Buy a fucking hat. Got a fucking mug. I'm like Ron Popeil. We have Nick DiPaolo hats, baseball jerseys, plastic hips. Those are the big seller. And the plastic knees. That's my age demo now. We have brassieres, Nick DiPaolo ashtrays.
Sleeping pills.
Nick DiPaolo sleeping pills and DiPaolo iron lung and colostomy bags. So buy something, will you, and support the show. Thank you very little. You can watch full episodes of my show and Steve and Crowder, Louder with Crowder, maybe it was the top streaming show last week. And all exclusive Rumble content. By the way, Rumble has kicked YouTube out of the fucking first spot because YouTube's run by a bunch of leftist fuckstains who are for censorship and have quieted guys like me for years. And now Rumble, thanks to Pavlich, you can say anything you want, whatever, and it's huge. So I'll start that again. You can watch my shows, episodes of my show, and Lotto the Crowd, all exclusive Rumble content. You can watch it ad-free with one subscription. So join Rumble Premium and enter the promo code MUGCLUB. That's one word, MUGCLUB, and get $10 off an annual subscription. And it's well worth it. And what Rumble Premium is doing, they're making a lineup of heavy hitters. Like Bongino had to leave his show. But Tim Pool is there. All these guys that have huge followers. Crowder's at the top, I think, as far as online followers. And by the way, next week I'm going to be on there Wednesday and Thursday. And they're making a lineup out from 9 in the morning till 7 at night. One show is going to lead into the other. It's sort of like if you watched a Fox network or something like that, where one show leads into the other, and it's all smart, fact-driven stuff. So it'd be worth your while, is what I'm saying.
Hi, good night, everybody.